Hello, welcome back to another video of mine. In this video, I am going to show you my favorite shadow out of 10 of my eyeshadow palettes. And I wanted to do that for quite a while now. I didn't know which palettes I want to show you. And then I saw Erin Taylor doing a similar video where she showed her favorite shade, I think out of her top 14 eyeshadow palettes. And I thought, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. I remembered. So I'm doing that now. I'm not doing it from my top palettes, but I am doing it from 10 palettes out of my collection that I actually did use quite a bit. So I can tell you my fave not just by looking at the shades, but actually having tried the palette out quite a bit. So yeah, let's head into this video. I am starting off with this Revolution palette, and this is the Forever Flawless Unconditional Love palette. It's quite an old palette in my collection, plus I bought it secondhand. So yeah, it's definitely very old. And just by looking at it, you can clearly see my favorite color. And that's Love Potion right here, this matte lilac shade. I absolutely love it. This is one of the shadows that I love the most out of my whole eyeshadow collection. I think I need to pull it out again and use it again, because what's worth keeping it, then it's just getting expired, and this is super old, so maybe I am gonna try and focus on this one a little bit more in the future. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. I'm swatching all of these out for you to see them, and I'm gonna try to fit all of these on one hand, so it's gonna be a smaller swatch. I hope you can see that. Maybe it's not swatching out the best, but on my eyes it works perfectly fine. Then another one that's older and another one that I did purchase secondhand is this Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. And in here it's not that easy. I think I have two that I'm kind of thinking about currently. I'm thinking about Hot Toddy, which is this one, and I'm thinking about Gingerbread Latte, which is this one. In general, I noticed in my collection I don't have many metallic brown shades that I like. And also in general, I just don't have too many of metallic darker brown shadows. And that's also why I really enjoy this one a lot. But I think I have to go with Hot Toddy, which is a duochrome. Or multichrome, I don't know, but it's very, very lovely. I had this in, I think, my Pendos Eyeshadows project, and I fell in love with this one. Let's swatch it out. And this is just stunning. So, so stunning. I love this one. Out of my Colourpop Hello Kitty palette, I am also choosing a shadow that I did focus on in my Pendos Eyeshadows, and another shimmer shadow. And it's the first one up here. It's Sandy. It's super unique because in general yellows, I love my yellow shadows, and this one just has a cool tone to it, a cool tone shimmer to it, and it's super variable. It's unique in my collection still, plus it's easy to combine with loads of different shadows or shades of shadows. I absolutely love this one. That's that. For my BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette, it's actually hard again, and I still don't know which one I'm going to choose. I had this in my Project Level Up like recently. I used every single shade in here. I fell in love with the whole palette, and I know I really enjoyed those matte coral shades, but I also enjoyed this blue one, which I normally never enjoy blues, or never, but basically almost never tend to reach for blues because I normally don't enjoy those on my eyes. But this one is just variable for me, and it was very, very pretty. And I also really enjoyed those two mattes and this one. And I think it's so hard. I think I'm going for the heels. It's just, these are my go-to shades, those light metallic shades I can wear easily, and I love this one as well, so I'm just going with that one, even though I really enjoy this palette so, so much and the quality of this palette. But yes, this one, it is. And that's this one. Also super old palette is the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. This is how mine looks like. My favorite shade out of here, you might not guess based on usage, is one Fresco. I think this is a favorite for many out of this palette. And yeah, I just love this one. The quality of this one has changed already. I think it has turned, it just expired. So it might not swatch the best, but yeah, out of this palette, this one is definitely my favorite. Yeah, I mean, at least you can see it. But yes, it's a dusty purple, I guess I would describe it as. Let's stay with another one where I already know I'm going to choose a matte shadow. This is by Juvia's Place and it's the Douce palette. And in general, I love metallics more than mattes. But yeah, in some palettes, I just love mattes more than some of the shimmers in here. And I think in here you can also clearly see which one I use the most. And it's this one down here. It's Berry Mousse. And like if you look at the palette, it's just the most boring shade, I guess. But it's so easy to use. It's such a lovely formula. And yeah, I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I did. I also had this in my Pendos Eyeshadows palette, and that's where my most of my usage came from. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this loads. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna see that. Do you see anything? It's very close to my skin color, actually. Okay, I don't think you can see that. Let's just pack it on. Can you see it a little bit? I don't think you can. I also chose my Zoeva Melody palette because I also have this one in my collection for quite a while and I did use it quite a bit. And whew, with this one, it's hard. It's super hard. I really, really enjoy From Heaven, Gentle Clasp, Cocoon of Doubt, and Soul Unheld, and also Crystal Wings. Like, oh, oh no, there's so many. And also this one is very, very nice. It's a white with sparkles in it, but still so lovely. I don't know. I'm not never like matte with some glitter in it, but this is super nice. I'm kind of thinking between those two and the white one, or the white-ish one. I think I'm just gonna go with Soul Unheld. Yeah, and it's a lovely formula. It's maybe not the most unique shade, but yeah, I love this palette in general and I do enjoy these loads. Obviously, I don't have to mention that because I'm showing you all of my favorite shades in that palette, in these palettes. So, this one. Yeah, it's nice. It's super nice. The color. Then another of my BH Cosmetics palettes, and basically the oldest BH Cosmetics palette I do own, is this Weekend Festival palette. I haven't reached for this one in a while, but I immediately remember which one is my favorite. And it's this matte shade Escape. And this was a fave basically very quickly when using this, which I did not expect because, as I mentioned, normally I always tend to reach for my metallics and I don't care of the mattes too much, but I absolutely love this shade in here. And I use this tons, even though it doesn't look like it, but do you see how pigmented that is? So let's swatch the rest down here. Yeah, it's super, super pigmented. Such a nice shade. And again, matte, which I actually quite a few mattes in here, which I didn't expect. I also have the Lime Crime Venus XL2 palette in here. I'm sorry, this is also again very reflective, but I immediately know which one is my fave. But I also want to mention some other shades that I really enjoy. I do enjoy Ivy a lot, Locust a lot, and Laurel. And my favorite is Obscure. It's absolutely stunning. It's a very nice inner corner highlight. And when I got this palette, this was super, super unique in my collection. And I think it still is from what I can remember currently. So yeah, I'm going to swatch this as well. It's subtle, very subtle, but as an inner corner highlight, it looks so, so stunning. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Let's build this one up as well. Yeah, I think now you can see it. It doesn't look like too much, I think, in the swatches, but yeah, it's stunning as an inner corner highlight, stunning. And last but not least, the last palette I am talking about in this video. Today I have the Balm Nude Beach palette, and I think with this one I have to think about my favorite shade again a bit. And this is how this one looks like. I'm also kind of tempted to go for those darker brownish ones because I don't know. I'm going to go with Buff. I also really enjoy Breathtaking and Babe a lot. And also that similar one to the festival palette, Weekend Festival palette. But I think I have to go with Buff. It's another very subtle one, but I really enjoy this one. And yeah, I don't have too many like this in my collection. I think I'm going to need to build this one up as well. So yeah, I think you can see. Those are actually like very similar formula wise or like finish wise. Just two different shades. So yes, these are my favorite shades out of these palettes. If you would like me to insert some swatch pictures, let me know. Then I'm gonna do that for the next round because I am going to definitely do a part 2 and probably also a part 3 of these, and maybe also a part where I focus on my single eyeshadow palettes. Yes, these are the shades. Let me know what you think about the shades in this palette that I showed you. Do you have some or one of the palettes? And what are your favorite shades out of here or out of them? I know from Dubs Beauty Diaries, I already know from the Lost in Los Angeles palette that your favorite is Dreamer, which is very, very nice as well. But yes, let me know what you think. And also what I wanted to mention very quickly, I didn't expect that the colors I'm going to choose are so different from each other. I expected more shimmers, and I still had 4 mattes in here, and like almost half of them are mattes. So I definitely did not expect that. And yeah, it's quite a variety of different tones and shades. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, also let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And obviously, if you want to, then subscribe. And yeah, I hope you're doing well and I wish you a very, very nice day. Bye!